There's a fundamental question about the way that our government has to behave, and that is, what does it think about the Taliban? Do you believe the Taliban when they say this is a new model, they're going to be different this time, for example, on the equality of women, and even if they are different in Kabul and Kandahar, can they enforce that change across the country?
Well, Trevor, this is the fundamental question. Who is the Taliban? I mean, I know who Mullah Baradar is, and I know that he negotiated in Doha and spent 2 years giving the US the runaround, conceding nothing and accepting everything. I know who Mullah Omar's son Yaqub is, and I know that he has very limited support in the Quetta Shura, but is used as a figurehead. I also know who Sirajuddin Haqqani is, who allied with Al-Qaeda for many years, introduced suicide bombing to Afghanistan, and now controls Kabul. And I know who many of the drug dealers and informal networks in the south are. After all, those are the people we faced in Helmand for so many years. But the idea that this is a single unit and that by negotiating with one group in Doha, you achieve a result in Kabul, I'm afraid is not really true. I mean, this is a very, very divided, clan-based, mob-based organization. Think of it more like the mafia than a government, and you'll have a better idea as to how it works.
Is there, therefore, any point in talking to the Taliban? What would you recommend? Should we be talking to the Taliban? And if so, which bit of it? You've identified at least 3 streams, and we know that there are many more, as well as the local warlords.
Well, the UK has always had a policy of, reaching out in different ways to different groups. I have to say, I think formal talks with the Taliban are a somewhat bizarre idea, given that it doesn't have a formal structure. You know, the fact that it still hasn't formed a government, what is it now, 2-3 weeks after it took Kabul, is partly an indicator of the divisions within the organization. You know, it is fighting within itself as to what it does. So the idea that these talks are meaningful in a traditional sense, I'm afraid they're not. And the idea that the Taliban has changed again, I mean, it's got a much slicker PR outfit. I don't know who it's hired, but it's got a similar group to the people who are doing ISIS PR in northern Syria. But the reality that it's changed the way it treats women or murders minorities like the Hazara minority, it's complete rubbish. No, they're still as brutal and vicious as they were.